So in this video we're going to look at finding correlation for our two variable statistics. For this video I'm going to be using the data found in our linear regression practice word problems from the homework that we did on August 31st. So if you don't have this data already entered into your calculator and you want to follow along, enter that data, pause the video, enter that data, and then pick back up with us. So here I already have the data entered into my calculator under two columns, temperature and electricity. Okay, so now I'm going to add a new page, Control Doc to add the new page, and we'll look at data and statistics to just create our scatter plot. So I put temperature on the x-axis, electricity on the y-axis. Okay, so I want to graph what does the change in temperature affect how much electricity I use. Okay, to add my best fit line, I go to Menu, Analyze, Regression, Show Linear. There it is. I can control and click on the equation here to move it around if it's in a spot that you don't like it. I'll just put it down there at the bottom. Okay, now to find the correlation. So I need to add a new page. Control Doc to add that new page. It will be a calculator page. So now to do our calculations, we go to Menu, Statistics, which is number 6, Stat Calculations, number 1, and we'll go to Linear Regression, mx plus b, number 3. So let me go back to show you that again. So I go to Menu, Statistics, number 6, Stat Calculations, number 1, and number 3, Linear Regression, mx plus b. I click there. Then I'll click the drop-down menu and select temperature, which is my x variable. I'll select electricity, which is my y's. I'll leave this. This is where it's going to save my linear, or my equation of my best fit line, and the frequencies 1 is fine. So here we go. Our correlation right here is this R value, so we can see our best fit line shows that our data is pretty strongly correlated positively to each other. Here is our slope of our best fit line. This is our y-intercept. In better terms, if you are doing, our slope here, as we talked about in class, shows me for every 1 degree increase in temperature in Fahrenheit, I'm going to use 0.458131 more kilowatts per hour of electricity. My y-intercept shows me that if the temperature is 0 outside, I'm going to still use 6.05874 kilowatt hours of electricity with the temperature being 0. Okay. One last thing I'll show you is that up here in this arrow here, if we click this arrow, we're going to see that F1 which we saw in our box earlier. The F1 allows us to recall this function by typing in F1 in parentheses and plug in any x value we want. So if we want to see if it's 100 degrees outside, how much electricity am I going to use? It runs that x value through my equation and gives me an answer. So that's an easier way than having to plug in the x every time and do the calculations by hand.